Okay, so let's begin this recap. So we have a first of all, first stage of a market maker cell model. I'm gonna go over this really quick. We basically have accumulation. I know I have this one dude. Hold up. I wish I could end the stream for a second, but I can't. Oh no, I gotta find this one guy asked me a question. I forgot his name. I can't remember. Shoot. I'm sorry. He knows I'm supposed to add it, but I don't have it. Okay. I'm sorry. I already forgot the question. I don't know how I even wrote it down. Okay, we're just gonna go over the cell models though. So right here is our original accumulation. This is where we always want to see repricing below here. We want to see accumulation below it, and you can see we got that. So I don't know if you guys know the markup of a market maker cell model. I can go over that really quick. We have our original accumulation. I typically like to look for some sort of manipulation below this and use standard deviations of that to project where our retracement or reversal is going to be. And we use that for smart money reversal. So let's just show you the stages, and I'll go over it later, but basically we have our manipulation, we run up higher, first leg accumulation, second leg reaccumulation, and this is where the magic happens. This is where we have our smart money reversal, and I'll characterize that soon. I still gotta draw this out. I don't know why I'm stopping. Pressing underneath the original accumulation. Okay, so basically we have standard deviations, we have our original accumulation right down here. With this, you want to project standard deviations off of it, and you want to look for either max expansion, which is this 4 right here, or our second standard deviation to line up with where we want the smart money reversal to occur. So we're going to keep that in mind. And here, once we have the original accumulation, these aren't guaranteed. This is the first right here. This is the first leg the names mixed up. First leg accumulation, second leg reaccumulation. These are 2 points for entries for long up to here. This isn't guaranteed though. The only things that are guaranteed inside of a market maker cell model to happen is this original accumulation, smart money reversal, which I'll go over that in a bit because this is where the magic happens. Smart money reversal and repricing underneath original accumulation. So underneath here, basically we want to see repricing, which is just reaccumulation underneath it. And that's how the market basically moves. It's not too complicated, but basically you could find entries off of it, like this for example. Right here, this would be an original like breaker entry if you want to go long. Retracement, this is where mitigation block, re-entry, whatever you want, off kind of like a buy model, but this is what I want to go over, and this is how you could have called up good trades today. So basically there's 2 ways I go over smart money reversals. I always like to see a shift in market structure below the low right here. If we can't get that though and we fall short, we usually have a failure swing, which is just us failing to take out this protected high up here, and we run through this high right here. So we have this, fail to run up this high, typically return to OTE of this range. After we shift market structure with or without, we always want to use OTE. And we basically just look for an entry within this. And that's probably the best place for, this is called the low risk short. This is where you get the absolute best entry. Like these, basically market maker models are like ATMs. That's why I trade them so much. They're my favorite model. If I could choose one model, I'd always be trading this. We'll get into ICT's version of that too. But basically, this is probably the best model you can learn and trade. Other than the advanced stuff that you see Twitter traders trading, those people are nerds. But this right here, I forgot to draw out the second leg redistribution. I'll redraw this real quick. This is the lowest short, and we typically get right here retracement. We sometimes retrace into this breaker, forming the unicorn, which this is our first leg distribution. Then we push lower, retrace, second leg redistribution, which is this is where I was actually trying to tell you guys we want to look for shorts inside of this area as our second leg redistribution in general chat, if you guys saw that today. And since you guys already know repricing underneath original accumulation, which we already got that, we're just going to keep this right here. I'll just draw it sloppily, but lower short, this is typically where the unicorn forms. And this pattern, once you are able to see this entire thing form, you are going to be perfect. And second leg redistribution, and of course I gotta annotate this and just let you guys know this isn't guaranteed on any cell model. The only things that are guaranteed, these 2: original accumulation, blah, smart money reversal, repricing underneath. So we won't always get these entries. Sometimes we won't even get the second leg and we just shoot straight through below original accumulation. So now you guys have basic knowledge of market maker cell models, and I'm going to show you the live example of what we had today because I think it'll be extremely helpful for you guys. So let me get all this out. Okay. Clean up the charts. I'm not really going to go over the quarterly part of it, but there was Q3, Q4, SMT, which some of the smarter people in the not smarter, some of the more advanced people in the recaps are watching the lives in the future. They're gonna be able to go over that. Hold on. I'm gonna look for, okay, oh, I found it. The guy's question, he's in China. He asked me, okay, he asked me about mitigation blocks, I'm pretty sure. Or what was it? How do I use OTE? Okay, so OTE, well, let me see, I gotta check this. Okay, thank you, Crisby, thank you. I didn't even see that, but yeah, his question was, where do I pin OTE? Okay, he was trying to pin it at this low, even though you want to use swing highs and swing lows, like the prominent swing highs and swing lows. Like, for example, I would probably want to pin OTE from this low to this high. I'd probably use OTE right here, and probably use it from this low to this high, or from this high down to this low. But if we're looking for longs, basically, you want to pin it from, hold up, I accidentally dragged one of my servers out. Low to high, like this high. It's just basically the prominent swing highs and swing lows, OTE, and then you want to use it on these legs. I'd probably say, not this leg, this high, this low, this high, this low. It'll be easier if you just look at this, like this high down to this low, this high down to this low, boom, boom. You just prominent swing highs and swing lows. Okay, but let's go over this, because I got to show you guys a full anatomy of what I'm talking about. This is very important. As you can see, we only got like a small re-entry, I guess you can call a small first leg reaccumulation. And this, I wouldn't even say this, I'd like a bigger retrace into discount, so we didn't get that. But what do we have here? Right here, this is where the magic happens. As I said, this is the guaranteed to happen smart money reversal. So right here, if I was awake at the time, I definitely would have signaled this. I would have gone ham. But this was what was it, 750 at the time, so I'll show you where we would have gone our entries off of. But being able to see kind of like a head and shoulders pattern, I think that's a good way to put it. It's basically just swing high, failure swing. And one of the magical things I really liked, we had this high right here, which I sometimes call inducement. We just form a high right here, and we run it up. And I'm going to look throughout the time frames just to find any type of fair value gap, PD array. I instantly look over to this bearish fair value gap, because bullish fair value gap, whenever we have inversion fair value gaps, and I'm anticipating a smart money reversal, because look what we tapped into, second standard deviation, which our bodies are respecting that. So when we tap into that, we automatically want to start looking for any type of bullish buy side of the curve, which is just us running up higher. We want these PD arrays to fail and be used as resistance. And as you can see, look at the middle of that. The consequent encroachment of this inversion fair value gap was respected absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to draw this out. And this is buy side, sell side of the curve. It's just a fancy way of saying we're looking for longs, we're looking for shorts. Now, when we see this, where we're anticipating a smart money reversal to occur, inside of the second standard deviation, run out this high. We failed to take out this high. And, hold up, I'll show you. What was it? From this high down to this low. Right here. We didn't even retrace into a discount. I wanted to see a retrace into the discount, but even without, we still have consequent encroachment, 15-minute inversion fair value gap respected, plus a run through this high. If we had SMT here, if we potentially had SMT right here, this would have been the most gorgeous turtle soup short I would have ever seen. If right here, this would have been the best confluence to start shorting, and you probably would have wanted to target out standard deviation, which this is 3:30 a.m. Also, I want to touch on my bias from yesterday. I told you guys I want to see these equal highs get taken out. Until then, I don't really want to see any shorts. We took out the equal highs right here, and that's where we started to sell off. So, I didn't record yesterday's recap. So let's use our projections real quick. This high down to this low, retrace. We'll go over that in a second. Okay, let's mark out our open, because I think you guys have kind of like the gist of it. So 9:30 open. We had, I'm pretty sure 8:30 news today, right? What was our news? I'm going to look at it again. Our news for today, unemployment claims 8:30. So yeah, that happened like right here where we dumped. That doesn't matter though. So right here, we already know we're in the market maker style model. We want to start looking for an entry. And we don't really have any other entries unless you're like an IOFED trader. But you want to look at 15-minute structure. We don't really have much. Right off open, I mean, fair value gap. You could just enter off a fair value gap, hold it, which I don't really recommend because there could be bigger retracements. But you want to know what you're trading. Fair value gap respect, we push lower. And hold up, I'll show you what I would personally be looking for. What is kind of like my taste for a trade. The entire day, if you want to catch a massive move, keep this in mind. This is why I marked it on my analyst channel. I was so tired, I wanted to draw out OTE and tell you guys to start looking for a trade inside of OTE, which we don't really have much. But look how accurate we are with the 705 plus this fair value gap. If you're able to take shorts off this fair value gap, you would have done so well. And I know some people did. I'm gonna go check on my other server real quick and see how people are doing in there. PNL. No, they traded London at 417 and took longs up to this high. Targeted 5th standard deviation, which that is interesting. So keeping that aside, fair value gap right here. If you miss this, which as I'm saying, you could be a narrative trader. Once you see something you like being respected, look at this. We respect this, we start pushing lower. After this, if you're looking at 1 minute structure and you see this market structure shift right here, you're like, oh golly, market structure shift. This looks perfect. Let's see a retracement into discount or that 5 minute fair value gap. What time is this? Oh, it's going into lunch. That would suck for a trade. But I'm going to draw our, probably, look for premium or discount, but we have OT right here that we never retrace back into. But once we have this being respected on the higher time frame, just look for this internal entry model, or you can take entry off. I guess you could say this breaker right here since we ran out the high. So you could call this, if you're scaling through the 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, look for a fair value gap. Instead of OT, this lines up perfectly. Take a short off this and hold it down to this low hanging fruit target. Market structure shift and break of structure. Break of structure is continuation, market structure shift. This is it right down here. This is a break of structure right here. And market structure shift is this. So basically when we're continuing, we didn't break through a high, but right here we broke through a low. It's basically respecting highs and lows. So boom, 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 boom. This is, took the unicorn short. Bro, Gabe, nice job. Okay, break of structure and market structure shift. Push this low. This is a market structure shift. But yeah, nice job. That unicorn short was perfect. So yeah, this is basically where it was. Gabe in my YouTube chat just told me he took it, which, nice job, bro. And also, look at this. Hold up. We were retracing somewhat near this area, but once we close below, I wouldn't really anticipate any type of massive reversal. Once we close below, unless you're looking at the 15-minute, you can see our bodies respected it. We retraced, which is good, but if you look at the 5-minute, we really displaced through it. We closed below, which tells me we're going to be targeting this right here. And we'll get into this in the future. We'll get into this later. It's going to be a pretty long recap. Yeah. SMT is where most reversals happen. You could also look for SMT within the second standard deviation, retracement reversal, and that's also really well respected. But basically, unicorn short right here. I mean, with our already higher time frame objective and low hanging fruit, I'll show you where you would have taken profits and partials. So your entry, most likely with the entry, it would have been right here. If I was trading, my stop would definitely be either around 705, but I always go for mean threshold of the order blocks right here. So it's going to be right here as my stop, 7.5, and targeting 89 handles for this low hanging fruit. But overall, our full take profit, which I probably would have for partials, would have been 170, which final take profit, this 5th standard deviation, which is our max expansion. If we close below here, which I used to use for 3 drives, tool, wait, hold up, which tool? Oh, the tool, okay, tool. Standard deviations, it's just a fib tool. It's a Fibonacci fib retracement, and we just use it for standard deviations. So basically, here's where all of our take profits would have been, and partials paid. Don't ever forget that partials will make you a ton of money. So first take profit, this 4th standard deviation, second take profit, which ran through that pretty well, and our final take profit, this right here. So I'm going to show you how much potentially I would have made if I was actually conscious minded. We were trading during this time, which was too close to lunch, so I might have even just waited off on it, but just as a hypothetical. So 450k funded accounts. That's 6 contracts in total if I'm trading. Let's go this. Boom. Tap in. Okay, this is close enough. And if we would have ran a full take profit, it's just an idea of how one good day can make up for everything. So imagine trading, what was it? Copy trading 3 150k accounts. You see a setup this good, and you just decide, move your stop loss to break even, hold to the max expansion just because we displaced the second standard deviation. And you just hold through. Perfect play for how long would this be? This is only 1 hour. Imagine making 30k in 2 hours. More than 30k in 2 hours. That is absolutely ridiculous. No, break of structure is a push higher. So if we're pushing up higher, this is a break of structure. This is a market structure shift because we're pushing up higher. Oh shoot, this is going to be hard to explain. Don't worry about break of structures. Don't focus on that right now. Focus on market structure shifts. But yeah, you could have made 30k today if you're trading 350k funded. Top step, your max is now 5, but take profit trader is 3. So if you're able to take that, you can just withdraw this. I guess you're only going to get, I don't know how much you're going to get. You're probably going to get maybe like 25, 24-ish K out of it. But still, yeah, top step would pay you out. They pay out way larger than that. They paid out this one dude 6 figures, so they don't really care about that. They make way more. They make like 2 million a month, and they only pay out like 600k a month in total. But yeah, they probably wouldn't care. They throw one of your accounts in live funded. But yeah, I think that's about it as the recap. And as you can see, guaranteed smart money reversal. We got I guess we got one stage of distribution. I'd say this is the second leg, a little bit too low. But this is ICT's favorite play to take. This is his absolute #1 trade. If he was going to have to trade one setup for the rest of his life, this is the setup it would be. 2 repricing underneath the original accumulation. This is his one trading setup that he'd take in a podcast. Like 4 hours into the podcast, he dropped this. This second leg redistribution play, this is basically an ATM. If you can find this trade just once every single month, imagine this occurs so often. Imagine taking this just once a month with 350k accounts, targeting our 4th standard deviation. It's just perfect, 30k in 1 month. That's it. So let's get back into some of the technicals. This should be the second leg because this is the move right before the fast, impulsive, like parabolic run down into repricing underneath original accumulation. Yeah. This basically, you want to look more into it. I can open up. I'll pull up ICT's channel real quick and I'll show you. Sebastian Gorhue, ICT market maker models. And he'll show you the stages a little bit better because he has all the PD arrays marked out in a way that I couldn't really mark out. But look at all this. So basically, I forgot to mention, instead of second standard deviation, we typically want to be looking for one inside of this higher time frame PD array. First stage distribution. This lower short is insane if you're able to take that. This is the breaker. First stage distribution, retrace, tap into it, push lower, order block. Second stage redistribution, which this is really spread out from what I really want. But look, you can see we push lower. If we're looking on more of like the macro scale, like he is in the 5 minute, we'd probably be able to identify that. But I like to see more of a second leg right down here. But this is ICT's favorite trade. Takes right here to reprice underneath original accumulation right here by side sell the curve. So this is definitely my favorite play. This is the #1 trade I've studied the most, or the #1 model I study and trust the most because of how well it's worked for me in the past. It's got me like the most. It's got me the most payouts. Yeah, if the candles disrespect our second standard deviation, that's typically where I want to see us run through our fifth standard deviation. This is where I'm really confident that instead of a reversal, we are only going to get a retracement. If on the 5 minute we can close below, even on the higher time frames, if we don't close below and there's no SMT occurring, like if we do not have SMT right here, then yeah, if we did, I'd be kind of cautious about taking shorts. Otherwise, if there's no SMT, we close below on the 5 minute, I'd be targeting this fifth standard deviation confidently. And you can see closer to the end of the day at 1:30, we literally ran through that. The bodies respected it perfectly. I know someone took shorts and tried taking out that low and they got stop break even, which is pretty sad. But yeah, do we have any questions right now? I could go on more about it, but yeah, there is some secret sauces that I'm not going to teach right now. There is a 2014 private mentorship that I watched. There's crazy stuff. There's also a silver bullet market maker model that you trade like 1 hour of the day, but I'll go more into that in the future. Right now, I guess this is the servers, or this generation of the servers' introduction to market maker models, because I think I've taught this 4 or 5 times to different traders, and I think this is the #1 reason why they leave. They make their money, they go off, start their own mentorships and stuff. Yeah, buy model, sell model. Then there's buy programs and sell programs, which is different. That just means it's pushing up higher with no chance for an entry. I like to see this though. I haven't seen one in a while. We're typically always in a buy or sell model on the higher time frame. Like right now, if you guys want to see this, I'll show you the daily buy model that we were in. Back during my first podcast with Stoic Trader, this is the first thing. He anticipated it to be just stop right here. I was really anticipating repricing above this original accumulation right here, which we got, and we just kept pushing up higher in the sense of a buy model. Same thing with DXY too. DXY has been in a buy program, which I think is pretty much cleaner. So I'll show you hourly. Not hourly, I meant daily. And I could also go into ICT's bias, right, which was insanely correct, but yeah, this is the smart money reversal. We are still pushing up for this high right here. This is so slow because we have multiple buy and sell models forming, but we're still pushing up for this on the higher time frame. Yeah, that's like peak level of ICT. Most people, when you can, I think, oh yeah, I'm going to go over price, TGIF. Hopefully we can get a TGIF set up and we can go lower, even lower than where we are. I hope we can get a retracement, hopefully somewhere around this high, but we might. I'm gonna have to see what we do overnight and what news we have. I like to read the economic calendar and see what we have. News tomorrow, PMI 945, and that's about it. So not too bad, but yeah, I'd say 50-50. I'll flip a coin on it. But in the meantime, yeah, market maker style models, market maker models is just peak ICT, I guess. Not peak ICT, but with everything I just taught you guys, with the standard deviations, higher time from PD arrays, first and second stage distributions, repricing underneath original accumulation, put all that together and everything I just taught in this recap, you are gonna be rich. That's it. Just focus on that one model, and you are fine. And just be patient, wait for it to show up, because when it shows up, you will know it shows up. I'm never more confident in the market until we have a market maker model, because this is the one model that made me the most money. It gave me the most confidence. It was basically what made me. That's why I had the most winning trades. If you look back at me, like at my past, I always used to trade it. Here, I'll show you real quick. Oh wait, I gotta do by me. Hold up. From, I can't even find it. In Mantas journal, full TP. Let's go to my old trades. In a sense, almost every single one of my older trades was a market maker model, which I'm pretty sure this was like second stage distribution, but full take profit. Let's see if I can find any more examples from my older times. Actually, I'll just type in market maker. Never mind. Let's go back here. Market maker sell model, retrace, tap into this. What was it? Boom. 1.5k, 100k. Oh, I passed 100k. I don't remember. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, let's see this. I want to find some more, but yeah, I was anticipating this. Okay, run through this low. Power 3, went short. AMD, all for free. What, did I say it or something? I think it did. Oh yeah, I was probably live trading. I skipped school some days to trade. 4th and 5th standard deviations. I just want to find more examples of market maker models, so I guess that's what we're gonna look for. Third distribution leg, which third distribution leg was literally just the after, because of the smart money reversal. But yeah, another market maker sell model. Breakaway gap. This is the old market maker model trade. 1 to 4 RR, 800 both my accounts, 1.68. These were both live funded.
Man,
huh?
Hello, bro.
What's up?
I was just watching your. I saw you live on YouTube, so I just came in.
Hey, thank you, bro. I don't think we have much else to go over. I just want to find some more. Okay, yeah. Powell made me go short on paper. Look at this, though. Hold up. Yeah, I used to get these no drawdown entries, too.
You better beat our ass!
Okay. The market maker sell model. I think most of you guys can see this is the smart money reversal. We retrace, run up these highs. This is a perfect short. I think a lot of you guys would be able to identify and say, tell me that this is a good short, and you can see it plays out really well. Let's do some analysis. Power 3. It was just my narrative. Shorts right up here. No way that hits. That's crazy. What did I even trade at? What did I even enter off of for the short? Hold up. Let me go over this real quick. Looking at my old analysis was just crazy. Oh, it was probably market maker sell model. Yeah, I don't know why I went short right there with 8 micro contracts, but power 3 shorts. I think it was just manipulation above. I can't see anything, honestly. I was just crazy. Smart money reversal. I don't know what made me or what possessed me to enter off this short right here. But yeah, school Wi-Fi messed me up. Run lower, run lower. 316, 385, boom. Full take profit. No resistance liquidity run. I forgot about that. What did I enter off of? This is ridiculous to me. So I just go short off the tap. Okay. Almost got stopped. I think it played out after that. Done full take profit. And I go short. Full take profit. What is this? Okay, I'm getting distracted. I'm just looking at my old analysis. Bullish 3 drives. 3 drives longs. Okay, I guess I don't think this counts as a signal, but I say I want to take longs of 3 drives. Long, short, long, short. Long. Full take profit. 5,900. Was this 2 in Q contracts? I think it was. Yeah, it was. Jeez, I was going crazy back then. And this is Strizzy. 7 months ago. I don't know, I'm trying to find some more market maker examples, just old analysis that was helpful. This was the old generation of traders we had. As you can see, I think this is generation 3, halfway through the original generation. Almost everyone in this video or this picture is profitable at this point. Day, he was already, I guess, profitable. Spoken, he became profitable. Tipsy, profitable. Woody, you can already see Woody's already made money. He's taking payouts, he passed his tape pro trader account. He's profitable. Everyone in this picture, except for a few quitters, they're profitable, which it didn't take too long.
So let's just see what we can do from here. I haven't been able to see the rest of the charts.
Nothing much. Equal highs. This is crazy too. Second leg redistribution of a breaker. See, if you guys really want a confident model, just trade this. Tap in shorts right here. I guess I entered just straight off the breakaway gap. Once we form this breakaway gap through this low inversion for value gap, I went short 1.3k. Fourth standard deviation, which I held full out to, and then I recapped. I'm trying to find some more stuff. I think that this is valuable enough for most of you guys, but I left limits and I got stopped out, I think, or I didn't. I don't know, I got rid of the limits. Longs here. I think this is a market maker buy model long where we retraced into this breaker. I think this is a unicorn, full take profit, and we kept running up higher. And I think I was calling out reversals back then. This was I don't know if that was my Apex Live. Brutal plays, bearish breaker. Okay, we took a loss, made back the loss. Market structure shift. Jeez. I don't know what my entries were off of. It really does mess with me. Is this October? Because if this was October, that's when I hit a 10k month. But yeah. 10, 20 handle loss. Okay, this is probably going to be the last one I'm going to go over, then I'll just do some questions. Invalidated at 202. This was how many months ago? 7 months ago when I was trading. 7 months? Jeez. Okay, but basically, way bigger stop than I've ever had. I think this is a 20 handle stop. Entered, and I don't know what made me target this full take profit of like I think it's 2.5k, but yeah. I was such a better analyst back then too.
Okay, so sadly, we won't have a recap tonight.
Yeah. I don't really understand it. Limits are set. Set limits. Oh.
Shoot.
Shoot. This long was good too. I don't know what makes me do this stuff, or I don't know what made me that confident back then. But then I traded, what was it? This is when I made one of my friends in class money. I got him the $500 payout by taking these shorts right here. Came back strong, took the whole play, high resistance liquidity, pre-market play. Shorts, shorts, shorts. 4 handle stop loss short, second standard deviation. Yeah, this is, see, sell model right here. Missed that, retrace, but you could have still caught an entry. 500 members. I had 500 members 7 months ago, 10 times it. Okay, I think that's about it though. Yeah, you could look through my old analyst channel and see how crazy I was, because I don't really do it like I used to. But yeah, I never actually took partials. For some reason, my mindset was either I'm gonna get stopped out or I'm gonna be right. Either I'm gonna be wrong or right. So if I'm gonna be wrong, I won't make money. If I'm right, I'm gonna make a ton of money. And I guess that's the type of thing I was doing back then. I was more focused on no partials if I'm gonna make money. If I'm right, I'm gonna make money. I'll get paid for it. So yeah, it was like, if you're not confident, why are you even taking the trade? I was super against partials, which I kind of still am. Yeah, MetaTrader did look super good. I miss this old platform. But yeah, do you have anything else you guys want to go over, or is that it? 30-minute recap.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My mom asked if those flowers are for her.
Give 'em
I
to
was
her.
like, sorry, Mom. No, I was just joking. It was a prank. I love them. They smell so good.
Mantas,
What's up?
what's your bias for tomorrow?
Probably short.
Considering
I
that
flipped a coin. I was like head short. Forgot the other one.
will you be looking for longs anytime soon? Considering that we're in a daily for a valley gap.
No, okay, something about that. We are probably going to disrespect it because of the sunlight, even though we repriced underneath the original accumulation. I still want to see if some
Mhm.
more imbalances filled if we were to go higher. Either way, I think we need to retrace them or we need to push lower at where we're currently at. I don't know, I was supposed to mark out standard deviations to give like a more in-depth analysis. I usually just go based off of what we have pre-market. I usually like to sit down, see what we have, and then go off based off of that. This is ridiculous.
So what makes you think we're gonna invalidate the daily fair value gap?
Because we have so many of them, we have to at least retrace into a discount, in my opinion.
Okay. Makes sense.
Oh yeah. Like for example, why would we be invalidating all of this? We have higher time from narrative. We have bigger narrative. I mean, we finally did fill in this one right here. That's why I have to see what we do tomorrow. We also formed these, so I want to see what we can do in this area, which is going to be interesting to see what we do tomorrow. But
Hmm.
I mean, we could be seeking lower. Hopefully, we can push lower. Solana isn't looking too good. This is sad. And I bought Solana like last
Hey
week.
Mantas,
What's up?
um, how do you differentiate a run from a sweep?
Sweeps and runs are the same thing, by the way.
So, like, my issue is, when it gets to like external range liquidity, how would I know that it's gonna respect the external range liquidity instead of just running through it?
Running through it. Bias. If there's a power of 3 and standard deviations pushing for higher, then I'd probably go for that. Otherwise, we could just be. I mean, wait, hold on. I gotta figure out how I can explain this in better terms. You could be looking for SMT above the highs, or do you want me to use like this as an example, right here? Because
Yeah, sure.
this is just purely standard deviations. We had higher time from standard deviation, second standard deviation to tap into right up here. That's what we did, and we retraced off of that. So I was also anticipating us to just sweep through it instead of just running through it. I was hoping we could, but standard deviations said we weren't going to do that, and we
So
basically
instead of using standard deviation as support, it could also be like a draw on liquidity.
I also use this as draw on liquidity. It's used as a
Gotcha.
projection tool mainly, so you can see where we're likely to retrace and reverse, which you use it from highs and lows, and you just line it up with whatever looks good, and you can see lined up really well here. So
Gotcha.
I'd be able to go more in depth when we have a better example. Nice take profit. I like looking back at my old analysis. I gotta look at my old recaps too. Whenever I was able to recap my trades for this, I think I gave up more value because that's when this is during the times where I was studying, I'd say 4 or 5 hours of ICT per day, and this is what made me like pristine in my trading. Oh, we missed our first leg, my initial entry, a little bit short, but yeah. Ooh, imagine taking the short like this. This is called immediate reaction. Not immediate reaction, but this is exactly what we want to see. If we retrace up to what level did they even mark that out at? Hold up. Oh jeez. I don't know what made me short, honestly, but yeah, retrace up to it. If we had limits, or I think I was already in short before that, if we retrace up into this and everything looks clean, like we type it body's respecting and we immediately react off of it, that's good.
Mantas.
Yes.
Never mind.
Kill John Lennon.
What?
Hmm?
You should look at your snap when you get the chance.
I will.
He gave you a little gift.
I think I got banned.
From what?
So, let's see this. Okay. Yeah, there's
How's that?
nothing else. I never deleted analysis either, but yeah. First take profit. Retrace directly off of it. This is re-entry right here off the
Uh-oh.
breakaway gap. I should start trading off breakaway gaps again, but yeah, we targeted our max expansion. Look at the same narrative or the same thing hold up. We close below it, we retrace breakaway gap, initial short, don't want the upper portion filled. Shorts off this, target our 5th standard deviation. Perfect reaction off of it. Yeah, if you take my sales, use my
Whatever
stun.
you do, don't look in your top left. It's dangerous.
What top left?
Your DMs.
okay.
It's dangerous, Nancy.
Full point short. Mitigation block example, I got you. Mitigation, I could draw one out real quick. Mitigation block, the way I used to trade mitigation blocks, instead of a breaker for a smart money reversal, I'll show you. Yeah, this is the mitigation block right here. It's just on the other side. Instead of the breaker being right here, this is the mitigation block. This is where we come up back up to mitigate it, and we go lower. That's it. I'll even pull up my notes to prove it to you. Oops. Okay. Last time I studied, I'm gonna restudy core content. I think I'm gonna keep restudying it until I have everything. I can just cite everything by quote. Because I know it's month 4 mitigation theory right here. This is it. Alright, all the images came back. But yeah. Pricing below. See this real quick? I think this is actually better. Below the shift in market structure without the run on the high. So, we retrace back up into it. I think I got that wrong. But I usually just go for it on the other side. So if we had a failure swing and we push lower, instead of having a run through the high, which would make it a breaker, we do not. It's like a failure swing. Blah, blah, blah. Failure swing. Breaker. Yeah, it's a failure swing breaker. That's the only way I could do it. Short setup, you enter shorts off that, and then you're good. So yeah. Core content will make you profitable. Go study it. But yeah, this is my old notes. They're public if you guys want to find it. Alright, anything else you guys want to go over?
Well, where can I get the notes at?
Mine, I'll just put it in here. Alright, boom, it's here. Immediate rebalance.
Appreciate it.
I do like to see immediate rebalance whenever I am going short, or I just look for immediate rebalance of fair value gaps if I'm already in shorts. I don't really look for it any other way, but if I'm already short, I like to see it in work. I like to see it in practice, basically. But yeah. I also like IOFEDs, but it's something I'm not going to teach for a while. I'm going to see how much of you guys will actually stay. Once I realize every single person in here just doesn't show up to the call, and it's just a whole new generation of traders, that's probably when I have to restart the cycle and start teaching fair value gaps and breakers. Eventually, I'll get to market maker models, but most of you guys are seeing here every day, so you're fine. So, you guys is kind of like a one-on-one class. For the most part, I'll start teaching IOFEDs soon. I think next I'm going to have to teach whatever shows up tomorrow, honestly. TGIF, maybe. Taken to a fair value gap, I'd say it's more of like a fair value gap mitigation block that we don't tap into 50% off. I had my notes on it. I'll drop more information soon. I just gotta restudy on it. But yeah. It was talked about in the 2023 non-farm payroll episode, and he also touched on it in a 3-day workshop, which I forgot to journal. I have screenshots of the exact timestamps though, so I can always go back to it, which I'm gonna do tonight. Yeah, I use AMD and Power 3 sometimes. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about time being relevant? It depends. I always like to use it as a time base with Asia, London, and New York session. But the only time I actually ever use Power 3 is more of whenever I have a quarterly or the AMD and Power 3 all lined up. I don't really.
Yo,
What's
Mantas,
up?
do you try to, like, whenever you go into the markets, do you look for a specific framework, or do you just study like so much ICT concepts that you just see whatever stands out to you?
I've done both. Right now, at this moment, I'm going for whatever stands up because I know all these models. I don't know why recently. I just completely ignore the silver bullet. Even though I can see it form and it's perfect, it's a really good setup, I completely brush over it for some reason. I don't know what I really search for. I think it's more of a market maker model or some more advanced entry, just so I can feel more accomplished with like the hours of studying I put in. But I think without that, where I'm at right now, I could really trade simpler than I am and still be extremely profitable. But I don't know. It's middle ground. I'm not trying to trade too complicated, but I'm also trying to trade what I teach in the prior recaps. So I'm gonna.
You recommend like a simpler framework to look
100%.
at when
Yeah.
you're first starting off?
Yes, silver bullet. Use a silver bullet. It's
Silver
guaranteed
bullet.
It's a guaranteed profitable method. I recommend everyone that hasn't made money with trading trade the silver bullet, and then you're fine.
Gotcha. With a like a 1-to-1?
I use a 1 to 2, 15 to 40 handle stop loss. Oh wait, no, that's more. Jeez. 20 to 40 handle stop loss. You should be fine from there. I dumbed it down to 5. Look, if you want to watch my silver bullet video, I think I made a pretty good point on it.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
Of course. Yeah, bro. I hope you're learning more from the recaps. Yeah, you could trade silver bullet on almost all of them. ES, NQ, all of that. I could go more into what he talked about in the Twitter spaces with SMTs between MQ and NQ, but that's I think as far as I can go. Okay. I think that's about it. I hope everyone has a good night. I'm gonna end the stream here. 41-minute stream.